Hey guys, it's me, Kristy Lee, and I have been waiting all night to tell you about what happened at work yesterday. So if you watched the video I put up yesterday, I was talking about how this us working two different places and sharing a car thing is catching up to us. And I think I also stated that, well, he was supposed to be off at 3:30 yesterday. Normally, or most of the time, he can catch a ride home with one of his coworkers, but he had two of them yesterday. One of them got pulled off of the job to go help another foreman, and the other one had to leave at 12 o'clock. So he wasn't going to have a ride home. So normally when he would get off at 3:30, he was going to stay till 5:30 so that I can make sure that I could do my shift. Not a big deal. He could finish out the job. It was going to be okay. 5 o'clock comes around yesterday. I have my job done. I've done my cash out. I've done my bread count. The store's clean, stocked. Everything is done. My coworker, the same one that showed up 30 minutes late the day before and didn't want to clock in so I could go home, is not there. 5:15, Eric calls me, asks me if I'm on my way. I tell him no. I'm done, but I'm waiting for my coworker to show up to work. 5:30 rolls around. He's still not there. So I text my manager. I tell her. She tries to get a hold of him, texts me back and says he's not responding. Okay. 5:55, she finally texts me back and says he's on his way. I've been told by 3 different people that he lives right down the road from the store. Should take him no more than 10 minutes to get to work. 6 o'clock comes. 6:15, 6:30. I am pissed. Eric's phone died at 5:15 when he called me. He had 2% battery on his phone. They had locked the doors to the job at 5 o'clock, and it's pouring down rain. So he is stranded. He's stranded with no ride, no phone, and no cover from the rain. So I know he's pissed. So I'm stressed knowing that he's here stranded. I'm stressed knowing that he's going to be upset. I'm livid, okay? But I don't let it show. I mean, obviously I look a little irritated, and the girls are at work are like, this is really messed up. And I'm thinking, yeah, this is really messed up. The guy finally shows up at 6:40. And I wanted to say something so bad, but let me just say this. Even though I was pissed off, after I received the text at 5:55 that he was on his way, and he didn't show up within 10 minutes, 20 minutes, I actually started to worry that something had happened because it was very rainy out, and it's him and his girlfriend and their brand new baby who come into work every day, and I worried that something had happened. When he walked into the door, I was relieved that he was all right, but I couldn't even speak to him. He was apologizing. He said he was sorry. He didn't know he had to work, but one of the girls that works on the gas station side called him out, and she said, yes, you did. Don't even try that. She was pissed. She was mad for me. And I don't know what happened after I left, but she had an attitude with him. I couldn't even say anything. Like, he kept apologizing, and I looked him straight in the face, and I clocked out and I walked out. I was too mad, and I was trying to get to Eric as fast as possible. Needless to say, as soon as Eric realized that I was all right, he was pissed. But he was like having a panic attack because his phone was dead. He had no way of getting hold of me. He thought something had happened because it had been an hour and 30 minutes since he talked to me, and the job's only 15 minutes down the road. Anyway, so he actually started walking towards the interstate. Luckily, he found someone walking out of another office building at 6:45. He's finally able to call me, and I told him I was on my way. So he felt better, but yeah, he was like panicking, thinking something had happened. But when I got here, he was pissed, of course. Who wouldn't be? And my manager texted me this morning. She was very apologetic, and I told her it was okay. It's not her fault. But I told her, I said, I have to be completely honest with you. I almost put up a sign in the store and shut it down and walked out, because what if it had been my kids? You know, what if they had been stranded out in the rain, not knowing what was going on? I couldn't have just left them like that. Luckily, it wasn't, and anyway. So Eric and I were talking this morning. He had a meeting with his boss before he came into work, and his boss had told him that he's going to start putting him on his own jobs. He's going to be running his own job, not all the time, but he's going to be working a lot more jobs by himself, which is what he's been waiting for. And so I told him that maybe he and I should go in and talk to his boss and see if he will put me on the books as his helper. Because no matter what job I get, it's always going to interfere with his job, because the hours, usually he works 7 to 3:30, but occasionally he'll work 5 to 1 or something like that. And if you guys have been watching for a while, you'll know that his boss let me work off the books for, I think I worked for him like 3 months maybe. But I can't do that. I have to be on the books. I have to be making my own paycheck. I have my own bills I've got to pay. So we're talking about maybe talking to him and seeing if I could just work as Eric's helper. And I know how to do a lot of the job. Like, I can lay carpet tile and VCT, and I know how to do the base. The only thing I really need to learn how to do is glue the floors and patch the floors. But if he hires me on as his helper, my main job would be to clean and prep the floors for Eric, and then clean up after him and stuff like that. Until I can learn the other stuff, then I can help him install. And I can learn that. I mean, it's not like it's easy, but I know that I can learn it. So that may be what ends up happening. I don't know. But so, yeah, that was my day yesterday. And I told her that, you know, if Tyler can't make it to work on time, I can't work before his shift. I can't risk him not showing up. And I kind of really need to stick to the 5 to 10 if it's, you know, because at least if I'm late getting off at 10 o'clock, it's not affecting anything right now, you know. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. Oh, and I wanted to tell you, I got almost 50 hours in at work this week. I got 47 and a half hours in at work this week. That's a lot for me. That's a lot. Even when I was working like Busch Gardens, occasionally I would take a double shift, but I didn't ever make more than like 30, 32 hours maybe. 47 and a half hours. That's pretty darn good. That means I got 7.5 hours of overtime on this check coming up. And that's going to be awesome. So, anyway, I've got to run up to the store and get Eric something to drink. Since I've been working so much, I haven't been able to go to the grocery store. He doesn't have anything to pack for lunches. We're all out of drinks at the house. I thought I was going to get off early and I could go home and prune my tomato plants and take care of some other things that I needed to take care of, but we didn't get home until 7:30. And then I went to bed at like 9 o'clock last night. I was stressed and emotionally exhausted, and I was just done with the day. The dishes still have not been cleaned. But I do have this weekend off, and as far as we know, Eric is off this weekend as well. It's supposed to be rainy all week long. I hope it clears up for the weekend so we could do something fun. He's talking about going back out to the beach and taking the whole family and like cooking out and taking the fishing poles, and that would be really fun. I haven't been able to go to the beach in years. I haven't like done any kind of cookout or had any type of like, you know, anything like that in a long time, and I think that would be something really nice for us to do. So I'm looking forward to that. But even if we don't get to do that, maybe we can go to the flea market. We'll find something to do, or if we just end up sitting at the house just chilling, that'll be fine too. That'd be the first weekend I'm getting off since I started working, and even before I started working, he usually works all weekend too, so it'd be nice for us to both have some time at the house. So all right, that's it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I did have a few of you leave comments. Actually, people who have never commented on my videos before commented on the video yesterday saying that they would be interested in hearing my stupid teenage story time mistake videos. So I'm going to go ahead and plan for that. And I am very, very close to my 2,000 subscriber mark. Someone suggested that I do Subway gift cards. That's definitely a good idea. I could do that. I know that some of you are in the UK and places like that, so I'm not sure if you have Subways. I've also heard that Subways over there are much more expensive than the ones over here, so I'm going to have to check into all that. But yeah, I'm getting really close to having to figure out what I'm going to do in the giveaway and how I'm going to work it and all that stuff. So anyway, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for being here. I love you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.